Hey guys, Richard here for the School of Nomads. So in this review I want to talk to you about a site called Retainio, which in a nutshell is a site builder which allows you to bring all sorts of elements into one interface, and they're saying that it'll help you build micro buzz sites that attract viral traffic. So we're going to go through the members area. I'm actually going to demonstrate how to actually go ahead and build one of these sites, and then we'll jump back to the sales page and I'll go through some of the pros and cons with software like this so that you can have a much better understanding of what this kind of product offers you, and you can make a more informed decision before you go ahead and buy. So this is due to be released on June the 26th at 11 AM Eastern, and it comes from Karthik Romani. Okay, so I'm over on the Retainio dashboard. Now this is the Agency Elite version, and this is how you actually go ahead and start a new site. So they call it a campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a title. So call it my cool site. Go ahead and do the same with the description. And add a cool image. Now I'm just going to pick some soccer image here. And then I'll add a tag, some tags. So football news, etc. So you can start adding new elements. Now this is where the page builder element comes in, where you have the ability to add videos, polls, conversations, quotes, images, lists. There's a vertical flip gallery, paragraphs. There is a content extractor here, some call to actions, and this spin wheel functionality. So if I just go to the content extractor, I can go to any blog and basically extract the content. So I've got no idea what this is. I just came to it first, and you can basically extract that content. Now there is an issue there, because obviously I don't know whether I'm allowed to use this. This is copyrighted, so I can only extract content of sites that I can actually use, because if I then put this on Google, then Google will not recognize this site if it's got duplicate content. It won't rank anywhere. So that's a big no-no. He's obviously trying to get duplicate content. Again, if I go to things like, let's just add a list to this, I can go ahead and add a list to my site. You can add some pictures, add a brief description there, add a new element, and then I can add like a list element there. So let's add that to the post. Other things you can do is actually add a video. Now I've tried this once before, and what I've got an issue with here is when I go onto YouTube, you can only add Creative Commons videos to your sites unless you've had previous permission. So you can go ahead and embed videos. There isn't a big issue if the people on YouTube have allowed you to embed them, but just be careful when you're just randomly searching sites like this, because you can end up having an issue with copyright. But you know, you can go ahead and add a video. And I'm going to add this one. Last time I added a video to this software and I was trying it, I couldn't actually turn the sound off. So let's just add this video and see what it does. So at the moment now I've got this list here, I've got this video here. I'm just going to start adding more elements. I can add some kind of conversational text there. So there's a little bot that I can add there. I'll add that conversation. I'll just say hi. Those things. I don't think this is a proper bot. I think this is just kind of a placeholder. And add this conversation. So there's a couple of elements there I've added. So it's easy enough to add elements to the actual site. If I go ahead and save that, I can give this a category. So I call it videos, posts. There's various categories on here, and I can add new categories to the actual site. I can add more elements if I want to, but I want to go ahead and publish that. Let's have a look at what it looks like. So here's the actual, they're calling it stories. This is the actual story link. They're actually publishing this onto the WordPress platform, look, and you've got a publishing link here, and then you can go ahead and embed this on your own site. So let's go ahead and have a look at what this looks like. So you can see, you know, that's quite a nice looking website itself. The frame I'm talking about, not the actual content that I just put in there. You've got all of the various things like latest post, popular, hot, trending. So there's all of the nice elements there. So, you know, if you wanted to use this to actually build websites, I can see that it would be actually okay. I think the software looks nice. You can see how you can add those various elements into the software. So I've got no real issue with that. There is a bit of an issue with the fact this is actually being hosted on the actual vendor website. So it's actually being hosted on Retainio.app, which I find is always a big issue because you have to rely totally on the fact that this would actually be maintained. But if we just go back one step, I want to go and see this site on WordPress, see if it's actually on WordPress. Okay, so it looks like what this is a WordPress plugin where you can go ahead and plug it into your own site and then it can be hosted. So that's okay. That means that I can actually have control over the content of the site. So as far as the actual way that you build sites on here, there's lots and lots of different things you can do on here. There's various stories you can add to your stories just by coming and clicking here, and you can go ahead and create your first post. My sites is here. You can personalize your sites here by changing the look and feel of it, changing it into these various formats. That's quite nice. And then as far as the analytics is concerned, you can come along and actually look at the analytics to your site. So obviously these have all been very newly created, so there's not going to be any real analytics for them. There's a list of users here if you had various users, and there's some done for you sites that looks like they've already provided. So there's a done for you piece. So again, as far as the actual site builder is concerned, very easy to use. If you spend a bit of time, obviously I didn't spend much time doing it, you can create a nice looking site. There is kind of one big drawback to this, kind of discuss that once we get back to the sales page, but just before we do that, just go and have a look at the OTOs. So there's various OTOs here. The front end is the Retainio commercial, which is $37. We were looking at the Retainio agency, so let's go and have a look at what the difference is between these various OTOs. So OTO commercial, you get 5 micro buzz sites, so you can use the app on 5 sites. 1 template, so the choice of templates that I showed you isn't available for $37. You can add videos, polls, conversations, quotes, galleries, lists, swiper, and there's a bunch of other things as far as lead generation, automatic Amazon affiliate links. So there's lots of other things that you can go ahead and add here. So again, that's not bad for $37. There's a lot of functionality here that could be quite useful to you. $67, you get additional 5 micro buzz sites, additional 3 templates. You get the spin wheel functionality, an amazing way to have visitors track with your site, get them to opt in or purchase some of your recommended offers. I've seen that before, it's quite cool. Vertical flip, extraction content for any URL. Be careful with that because you don't know whether you're allowed to use that content. You can go ahead and spin the content. It looks crap when you spin it, so just be careful with that. Additional 500 campaigns, additional 15 Facebook pages, additional 5 WordPress sites, and additional 15 done for you campaigns. So if you've got a lot of sites and stuff, that could be useful to you. The Retainio agency is $97. It's $97 to $147. You get additional micro bus sites, 25. Oh, I see. So it's 25 for $97, 50 for $147. So it's not a downsell. What they're probably going to do is offer you the $147 first, and then it goes down for the 50, then it goes down to the 25. You get Google Analytics, unlimited campaigns, additional Facebook pages, additional WordPress sites, and you can manage client sites. And then the reseller license is $297 to $497. You get 100 licenses for $247. That's a typo there, isn't it? And then 250 licenses for $497. So you can sell the commercial and get 100% of the profits. You can sell the Retainio Pro and agency and get 50%. So what they want you to do is sell the commercial, and then they can go ahead and upsell people, which is fair enough. So I jumped over to the sales page. Really, my biggest concern is build microbus sites that attract viral traffic and generate leads and sales with very little effort. I don't want to talk to Harish at the moment, he's great, but you are not going to get traffic to this website automatically. If you have already got an audience or you've got a way to attract traffic into this, then it could be a nice little page builder for you that you can design a nice, attractive looking site and go ahead and use this to sell affiliate products or Amazon products. So for instance, what I'm thinking about this is maybe I've got a YouTube channel where I'm doing review videos or something, and I could use this to build some nice attractive features that people go to once they click on the link in my description, and they come over to a site like this, and we can use that to kind of sell things to them on this site. But traffic alone is not going to come to this site just because you put a few videos on there or, you know, a few pieces of content from off the web. In fact, it probably is worse when you do that because Google can see that. Google can see the fact that you're putting random videos on something. Google can see the fact that you're putting content on there that's duplicate. this is okay once you get people to the site. I am being reasonable about this now. It would be a nice product once you got people to the site, but you cannot sell this on the strength of the fact that you're going to get viral traffic. It doesn't attract viral traffic to a site like this, okay? It'll allow you to build a nice site, but getting traffic there will be an issue. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to purchase something like this, that you need to get the traffic, and that is the hardest thing to do on the internet. Not build sites like this. These kind of applications are 10 to the dozen. There's thousands of them out there now. Some of them free, some of them paid. It's all about getting traffic over to your site. When they quote other sites like this, like BuzzFeed, etc., they have a lot of original content, and also they've got a lot of content that is obviously copied across from other sites. But the big thing they have is massive marketing budgets. So just keep that in mind. If you've got a big marketing budget and you can get some people across to your site, brill, this would be good for you. Again, just coming down, you can put videos on the site, you can put polls on the site. That's what they'd look like if I'd actually bothered to make one. You have conversations on this site, so you can simulate a messenger. It's kind of a little trick, that is. It's not really a proper messenger, is it? You can put a gallery on there, put quotes on there, put lists on there, put a swiper on there, which is kind of a cool little thing. I haven't really seen that before. You can kind of swipe and it'll go to the next thing. You can add paragraphs, add call to actions, and yeah, you got a lot of functionality there. So just some of the pages, but remember these are the OTOs if you wanted any more of these templates. These pages look fine, nothing wrong with these pages. And then I just want to see the guarantee. So that's fine. You can get your money back if you have an issue. So just kind of in summary, the main kind of drawbacks I have with this are the sites are actually hosted on their application unless you go ahead and get that WordPress plugin. Potentially you could be pulling in content that you're not allowed to use. So if you are going to use this, make sure you've got permission to use videos. You've got permission to use anything you pull off other people's sites, because it's not a free-for-all on the internet. You're not allowed to go ahead and use other people's images. As far as the images go, by the way, they're coming off free sites, so you're fine. And then mainly is about the traffic. So if you have some kind of way of generating traffic back to a site like this, then you can go ahead and use this page builder and it will build a perfectly nice site for you. If you haven't, then it could be just a shiny object that you build a site and nobody actually visits. So guys, I hope you got value from that review. If I was giving this a score out of 10, I'd probably give it kind of a 6 out of 10. Mainly because I think the site's nice enough. There's loads of different page builders out there, so mainly because the page builder works well enough. I just want to make sure that you're aware that you're not going to get viral traffic just by building a site like this. Again, I hope that was valuable for you. Go ahead and use this information. Go ahead and look at some of the other reviews for this, and then you can make a much more informed decision before you go ahead and purchase. My name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you haven't been over to this channel before, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I do reviews just like this one. And guys, if you're looking to build a long-term sustainable business online, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, and I'll take you through the whole process step by step. Until next time, guys, take care.